Hello, my name is Hamlet, and I'm here today to help walk you through the steps on how to attract wildlife in your own backyard. Basically, there are 3 essentials that you'll need in order to attract wildlife to your own backyard. Number 1 is food. We all know that animals as well as humans cannot survive without a steady food source. Number 2 is cover, and cover means protection for these animals on your property. Cover may be taller weeds, shrubs, trees, anything to help protect these animals from the elements, weather, or predation, larger predators that may try to prey on them. And number 3 is water. As we all know, as well as food, these animals, as well as humans, cannot survive without a steady water source as well. Number 1, food. These are some things that you'll need to go along with your food source, and it'll help keep these animals on your property and to keep coming back to the property. Number 1 is variation. Variation may differ depending on what type of wildlife you're wanting to attract to your backyard. If you're wanting to attract larger animals, you'll need a larger food source. As for instance, deer, you may want corn, a larger grain to keep those animals coming back. Smaller animals such as birds, squirrels, rabbits, it may just be a type of grass you plant or a small seed. Abundance. You're going to need a steady food source year-round, but abundance may differ depending on what time of the year it is. If it's in the spring, when there's other available food sources such as trees or other plants growing that the animals can feed on, you may not have to keep as much food available. But in the winter months, when there's less food out, you're going to need more food out there to help keep these animals on your property and to keep them coming back to the property. It'll be very vital in these winter months. Proper placement. You're not going to want to place these food sources too close to each other. You wouldn't want to place a food source for a larger animal too close to a food source for the smaller animal, because a lot of the times the larger animal will end up eating both food sources and the smaller animals will be left without any food. Cover. Now with cover, you're also going to want some variation. For smaller animals, you're going to want smaller cover, which may just be letting some grass grow taller so rabbits, squirrels, smaller animals can get in the taller grass and hide. For larger animals such as deer, you're going to want a little more mature cover such as young trees or larger trees that produce a food source such as oak trees. That will give the deer the proper cover they need. Less landscaping. Less landscaping will have more production for you in your backyard habitat than about any other detail. By simply not mowing certain areas of your yard and allowing the grass to grow, a lot of times this is it'll create what we call edge habitat. And basically this is habitat that goes from a field or a lawn to the edge of a wood line. And at this edge you're going to let the grass grow, so it's a nice transition from the wood line, the more mature wooded area, to your very low cut grass. And this edge habitat will help the animals feel more comfortable in coming out to your yard. As these 2 details listed above, basically you're going to make your backyard feel as natural as possible to these animals. You're going to make them feel like they're in their own habitat, their natural habitat that they're used to, and that'll keep these animals out there for you to view. And last is water. Now with water, it's not as much of a problem in the southeast because we have so many streams, rivers, and lakes that these animals are getting a steady water source year-round, so it's not as much of a problem. But as in somewhere like the Southwest, the Midwest, where there's not so many water sources available, this is very vital. And if you did live in one of these areas where the water is not so easy to find for these animals, you could do something as simple as creating a decorative pond in your backyard and filling the pond, such as this pond here on the screen. This person has created this small decorative pond in their backyard, and these deer are using this pond with ease, enjoying it, helps them clean themselves, and drink the water. Or you may simply put up a bird bath. The bird bath will provide the birds with water, but larger animals such as deer or squirrels can even climb up and get this water source. And lastly, you can have your backyard certified. By visiting the National Wildlife Federation's website, you can go through their criteria and basically grade your habitat. And if your habitat in the backyard meets this criteria, then you can be certified. And you can post your certification in your backyard like this person has done. This is the link below. You can copy and paste and submit your backyard habitat, go through the criteria, and see if you can become certified as well. Thank you.